Welcome back to the Treehouse Mates, Old Head Gaming here, and of course, we've been doing a lot of content surrounding Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel since the game dropped in January. Whether it's, builds, live streams, free-to-play guides, tutorials, pack openings like you'll see, which is coming up in the next video, which is when we open some God packs. But today, we're going to talk about the one thing that has been driving me absolutely bonkers, and I hate about this game. It's one of the worst parts of it. Of course, if you're enjoying the content, please drop a like and a comment below. I do answer all my comments, and it really does help the channel. Of course, smash that subscribe button. We cover Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, of course, amongst a slew of other things, from Pokemon to Horizon to Dead by Daylight to a bunch of other games that are coming out, including Lego Skywalker, The Evil Dead, Tiny Tina's. There's so much stuff that I cover. It's just because I can't focus on one thing. But I do focus a lot on Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to talk about this, and one of the things is this game has a lot of really good things going for it, and I really like a lot of things we're doing, and it's clear that the game is kind of the Wild West, and I'm okay with that.
Well, I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
So it's one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel that seems to be the key component to most things is that as Yu-Gi-Oh! Has evolved, the game has gone from being you want to go second to attack to you want to go first. And if you can't go first, your chance for victory drops tremendously. Let's be real. There's a lot of one-shot Exodia decks. Eldritch decks can really get on top of you if you're second. Like, there's a lot of meta decks that just could really put the screws to you if you're going second. And it's not that I have anything against that. I don't even think most of these cards need to be banned. I hear a lot of people saying that there should be a huge ban list. I really don't agree with that. I think a lot of the cards that are there are perfectly fine because they all have weaknesses, except Rongo Bongo. That thing needs to go, like, immediately. But the game as itself is kind of the Wild West. Like, the ban list doesn't exist. And I'm okay with that. It is perfectly fine. But the thing is, the game has been around for about 25 years now, and I've been playing the video games, the card game, watching the anime, reading the manga pretty much the entire time. So it's not like I'm some Yugi boomer who's like, oh, I haven't played this game in forever, and why did they change tributes? It's not that. I've played any kind of deck you can think of. I have a bunch of decks I run normally myself, whether they're Fusion, Synchro, Pendulum, Link, whatever. I'm cool with the way the game is. Because it used to be, you would take your turn, you see that you lost, you'd go first, you'd put a monster down, and it was probably this guy, the Giant Stone Soldier, and you're like, yes, 2,000 defense, I'm cool. And you were hoping that with your spells and your traps that would survive, so that way you could summon, Blue Eyes, or summon Skull, or Dark Magician, or Red Eyes on the next turn. And the game has evolved dramatically since then, and that is fine, and that is really good. And now it's a completely different game. But one thing that shouldn't be different is, why did we get rid of rock, paper, scissors? It's been in games for as long as I can remember. It's a much fairer option. So we're not going to hop over and take a look at how Yu-Gi games used to be. So we're going to hop over at Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Now, I could have also brought up my regular Legacy of the Duelist. It wouldn't have made any dang bit of difference. But when you go into multiplayer, and you go into rank matches, and you do a random match, let's just do Black Wings. There's my boy Crow. You know how I love Crow. I'm a huge Black Wings fan. I'm not sure how active the game is. I haven't played it since Master Duel came out, but whatever. We'll throw a match out there. So this is me and Native Purge. Sounds good. Or as long as Native Purge will actually accept the match. So Native Purge accepts the match. We're going in, and look, rock, paper, scissors. You choose what you want. He chooses what he wants. I'm going to choose paper. He chose scissors. I lost. And he chooses to go second. That's the choice he makes. And then we play our hands. And that is how it should have been in Master Duel. Because when you use that system, it's much fairer. I chose what I chose. I lost, but I lost on my own accord. It's not a digital coin toss that's getting me. And that's what this needs to change immediately, because it's the most broken part of the game, in my opinion, at this point, is how this works. Now, of course, I don't have any say in this, but I hope in a future update it comes soon. I have been holding my tongue, was hoping that it was going to, but we're in Season 3 now. We're in the March set of ranked duels. Nothing seems to be changing, and this is the dumb shit we're still dealing with. And it's really bothersome. I was streaming recently, and I think I had won 3 coin tosses out of 20 matches I was playing in friendlies, which is friendlies. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter my rank. It doesn't matter on anything. But it's something that needs to change, and it's gonna. If we're doing more events like the XYZ event, this is things that need to be adjusted. And of course, that's just my 2 cents. But as a longtime Yugi player who's played since the game has started, I've been playing a lot of Master Duel. I've been trying to help newer players that are either brand new to the game or coming back or just playing free to play, because that's my forte. I don't spend anything on the game. I just enjoy the hell out of it. And I want to enjoy it more, but we need to get rid of this component because it's really the worst part of the game. Of course, there's always times you want to talk about, minor adjustments to the ban list, but this, in my opinion, is far more important right now than the ban list, is going back to rock, paper, scissors. I know it might sound like a small thing, but when you have control over your own fate instead of just flipping a digital coin and saying, I hope it works, it's always a much better. So as always, thanks for watching, happy dueling, and later, mates!